Hello, everybody. Today we're going to have ourselves a very special guest named mindwipeuk. The
Who's that? Never heard of him. Who's that son of a bitch called mindwipeuk?
I don't know. I heard he has a beer in a hand and a cigarette in the other and his foot up your ass already. I don't know. But, Alright, so basically today we're here to talk about Rocket Riot. Now, of course, I'm going to be asking mindwipeuk, of course, some honorable questions about the game, what his impressions were, etc., etc. Of course, I would ask him an impression to do Eddie Izzard, but of course, though, we don't have enough time. So, alright, so we're going to break down some questions real quick for you. Now, the presentation of this game, mindwipeuk, what did you think about it?
Well, from what I've seen of the game, it's an absolute stunner, is the best way I could describe it. Best way I could describe the visual presentation is if you can combine Worms with the old 1980s classic jetpack, because that's exactly what this game screams, but just in a HD remix style thing on the Microsoft Xbox Live. Visually very impressive, though.
Yeah, I did like the 16-bit meets 8-bit kind of perspective when you just show the environments. Pretty nice.
I love that aspect of it, especially with the slight 3D angle that it does when you're actually flying around the map and stuff. It's a visually stunning game for what it is. Very simple and creative, just like classic games used to be, and very appealing. You know, anybody can really play it. You know, it's just a two-controller system, but we'll come on to that in a second. But the visual graphics for what they've done from combining 2D 8-bit and 16-bit style with slight 3D effects with the HD is really outstanding.
Now, for the unlockables for this game, what do you think they could have at least added to this game if they were to add a couple extras to it that should have been there?
They should have really put in something that was a little tongue-in-cheek humor type stuff, you know, maybe taking the Michael out of certain characters from maybe other video games that THQ have done, because THQ obviously developed and published this. Maybe a little bit of homage to the entertainment industry with a couple of pirates. Maybe have like Captain Hook or something like that flying around and going, you know, maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger even. Hello, you know, you could even have something like that. But the unlockables for what you get weren't really that good. I mean, you get another pirate, you get another Rocketeer and stuff like that, but they come up with some cheesy names that you'd expect to see in a LucasArts title, say from Monkey Island or something like that. There wasn't really that much impressive unlockables worth getting. But to your average kid, maybe playing this from the ages of 3 upwards, they're going to love it immensely with some of the characters they get, and picking all those characters to play and giving all the different abilities that they get once you've unlocked.
That's true enough. I mean, one of my favorite characters in this game is what you get from the demo, and this is probably the only character that actually appealed to me was the Chuck Norris little rocket character you play as.
Yeah.
That made me laugh my head off. So now I'm gonna throw out a couple extra questions really quickly because I like to keep this really short podcast. So all right, what do you think I would look good in? A tutu or a thong while playing this game?
Given the fact that this is a rocket-type game, I would say a pair, simply a tutu wrapped around your rocket pants. Yeah, that'll suit you.
Awesome.
Marilyn Monroe impersonation that you're often fond of doing.
Oh yeah. I always do that in public to make sure I get enough attention for myself. All right. So, on to. Do you think this game has a very, very fair co-op mode for it?
Yes, very fair, very fluid, very as well. I mean, again, it's like when I said earlier in the show, it's like combining Worms with jetpacks. So if you can think of the game Worms United, Worms, Armageddon and stuff like that, it's very, very multiplayer friendly with regards to that. Everybody's on an equal playing field. There's no advantages apart from what you get with your characters and your power-ups and bonuses and stuff like that, but you get them as you progress through each level on the multiplayer and play against each other. It is very fast, very fair-paced. Fun little game you can sit around with the family and play either in a local co-op or online through Xbox Live Arcade. It's brilliant all around. And any age group can play it as well. You can play against. I could be 31 years old here and playing against a 3-year-old over the local play, or online through Xbox Live playing some 8-year-old or something like that. And the one thing is, you don't have to worry about anything about skill level because it's just a fun-paced arcade.
Exactly. I mean, that's what all games are supposed to be about. All about having fun, not being too competitive. I mean, aside from, of course, them counting gaming as a sport, as you quote-unquote say. But other than that, I really consider this game a strong, very strong, useful tool to really, bring your kids to the console and go, here, kids. If you want to develop your kids into killing machines on Call of Duty 100, then obviously you want to start them off early with something a little bit of fun. And
the beauty about that, just before you wrap up there as well, Danny, is the fact that the control interface literally utilises the left thumbstick and the right thumbstick. You don't use any other controls apart from the A button to boost your power-ups, which means it's universally easy for any new gamer or experienced one.
Yeah, it kind of blends off that Smash TV meets, what else, other games, Robotron.
Yes.
My opinions for this closing out is the gameplay with the graphics and all that is something that is so damn creative. It's actually something, hell, I would even say for the down low, it is worth your 360 points, because alone, this game is next to the most unique games ever played for a long time for a lot of new-gen console games. And a lot of the new-gen console games are really, really refurbished crap that we get every freaking other day, which is either something to do with a war or something to do with something really stupid. With games like Castle Crashers and this one, it's something really unique to the consoles. And also Braid, if you want to add that one too. And
Bomberman Live is another one from a few months back.
Yeah, I mean, you can add your own little avatar into that one, and it brings a new, unique creativity to the game as well. What I'm waiting for them to do, though, is make it so that way, like a sequel to Gears of War or something like that, so you can actually implant your face into face mapping into the characters, but, you know, that's something Epic can't quite be that epic about. But closing out, Mindwipe, what...
Is it worth the 360 points? It's a must-buy. If you're a family person, you've got kids and stuff like that, and you want to sit down, spend a bit of time playing on your console with your family, especially if you've got younger kids, this is a definite buy, especially for the price of 800 Microsoft points. It's a bargain.
You heard it from the man himself, Mr. Mindwipe. Thank you very much, man, for stopping by the studio today. As I'm sorry for the mess on the floor, JT was kind of drooling over Laura Croft's little cutout cardboard in the corner over there. She does kind of make me drool too. But anyway,
is that what that was?
Oh yeah. At first I thought that was like. I thought that was you, Phil, because the thing was huge. The thing's like 8 feet tall, and I'm like, Phil, is that you? But then
I thought Gollum had come into the studio and done a loogie on the floor or something. If that was JT, fine. Where's the janitor doing?
Well, we haven't hired him yet. But okay, guys, that's all time we have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Bye.